welcome back to the channel. It's me, the Review Master 19 here, and on the workbench today we're going to be working on the Forces of Valor 1/72 scale F4-U Corsair. So this is the fuselage, as you can see, very nice on the inside there, and the two fuselage halves, they snap together with ease. There will be a few bits sanding, but yeah, this model could possibly be built by an 8-year-old with adult supervision. That's how easy the kit is. Very nice detail. The canopy is really nice because it's gonna, of course, paint really well. But you don't even need to glue the canopy because watch, it pops on. So I'll be able to take it on and off to gain a look at the interior because I love features on my models. But yeah, it doesn't slide or anything. This seam line here will go when we use paint, but very nice. Here is the engine, and you can't even notice it, but there is a bit of glue somewhere. Oh, it's this, hang on. It's this piston here that is glued because it came off. So I'm just going to let that dry. And then you've got the landing gear covers. There's two of them. Yep, which we'll use to cover the landing gear. They will need a bit of sanding. The fuselage doesn't really need sanding much. All the sides are fine. Everything is fine. This is fine. There's just this little gap here which needs to be seamed and sanded. The wings, they're really nice. They came off the sprues really well. I do actually need to do a bit of cleanup here, however, because there is a bit of flash. Nothing a sanding block or stick can't help. Same with the other wing, a bit of sanding there. But other than that, it's wunderbar. German for good. Now the engine cowlings are quite a tricky thing because I can't work out where they go. Well, I know where they go. These are not going to be painted black. This will need sanding as well. But yeah, other than that, it's beautiful. And the inside will, of course, be blue or black or wherever. Because I am going to use, I have these AK interactive paints. So we're using AK 11864 Deep Sea Blue. This is basically the colour for Corsairs. So it's just like a sheen blue. And we're using the insignia white for the undersides. Now for the actual coding of the aircraft, it was difficult to find the correct thing, but as you can see, you've got the stars and you've got all these. 530, that is actually 530. It's a Corsair which afforded Iwo Jima, so quite a famous Corsair. But there's debates on whether it had olive green interior on the undercarriage or insignia white. It was insignia white, so this is all going to be painted. This is going to be painted blue, and then I might mask it, and then we're going to do the inside insignia white. But for the cockpit, it's going to be the green colour. Here is the Hamilton standard propeller with the hydraulic stopper. That's going to be painted black or silver, and you can actually see the wingtips there. Yep, and that spins, which is nice. What else have we got? We've got quite a few little parts here. I do actually have in here the tyres, which will be painted black and masked. I do have the arrestor hook and the tail wheel. Yep, and the arrestor hook came off, but luckily I actually have it here. It's a very tiny piece, it's very small to see, but that bit snapped off. So we've also got this, which will be painted sea blue. This is the undercarriage, because there's options to actually have the undercarriage stowed like that. So we're going to be back in a minute, guys. We're just going to finish off with, looking at the parts, because I just need to double check I've got everything. So I just did double check I had a few things. The wing roots need a bit of sanding here. These are going to be painted insignia white, and there's actually the cartridges where the machine gun rounds will come out. believe the Corsair was armed with 6 machine guns, Brownings I think. Pitot tube is nice, really nice detail here. This is where the fuel tanks go, and when there's paint applied it will create a bond, so I won't glue them because I want to be able to detach and detach them. But really cool overall. I think these are the coolants, I'm not entirely sure, I haven't looked at a Corsair in a while, but really interesting. And the wings, they do snap on, however it's not a snap fit kit. This is going to need quite a bit of precision work here because, as you can see, there's a lot of seam work, so once the paint's applied that will be fine. But yeah, you can start to see the Corsair wing coming out and the machine gun roots, which will be painted black. And then you got the air intakes, which is nice. So what else have we got? We have the pilot. Really, really cool. He's got a lot of flash on him. I'm actually going to add him in. Now the interesting thing is the cockpit floor, which actually has the rudder pedals, and there is a seat for the pilot, which will of course go in like that, which will need a bit of glue, but that's fine. And then our pilot, he just goes in like that. Nice. Landing gears, yep, unlike Revell, better quality because it's Forces of Valor. Very nice. And then you've got the landing gear doors. There are 4 of them, and they do actually all fit in. So insignia white, blue on the undersides. But how they work is quite interesting really. There's a little hole and a peg. There's a big peg and a little peg, and you just simply put them in like that. Should be able to simply just do it. There you go. Pretty cool. Oh, whoops. But yeah, the landing gear. And I think that's it. Oh wait, you've got the engine spinner there. This is going to be part 1, guys. And then you've got the landing gear doors for the tail wheel. And then you've got the stabilizers, also known as the tail fins. And a real odd thing that I don't understand about the Corsair is why it has these. These are actually the landing lights, I think. But pretty cool. And yeah, so what we'll do is we will start with the assembly. What I will need to do, and it is actually quite prominent of these models, but we're going to paint these black, and these are the landing gear struts, and then you got the yoke and the pitot tubes and landing gears. But yeah, pretty cool. So I'll give you an update when I am done, but we should be done with the model today, or maybe, you know, soon, but I'll let you know how I get on. So yeah, take care guys, and I'll update you in due time. Given them, I know it doesn't look good at the moment, but this is the base coat, so I've given it everything a base coat of deep blue. I've finally painted the canopy, and I've got to say, it looks really good. I've really tried to, you know, study my painting skills, but that's about as good as I'm going to get it. And I'm actually going to leave the canopy as it is. I don't want to mess that up anymore. But yeah, I know it looks messy, but this is the first base coat. And after I'll add the second, but yeah, that's what it looks like for now. And then all the other accessories and parts will be painted in due course, different colours, but I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry, probably 20 minutes or so, and then we'll add the next coat. Of the 1/72 scale F4-U Corsair, the canopy is all painted, and the first base coat is on. Now I know I'm probably going to get a bit of criticism saying do your paints or whatever, but this is the first coats, the propeller spins. You've got the engine there, you've got all the detail which are painted. This is just the base coat, so yeah, it's just the base coat. It's not fully finalized yet. I need to add the second or third coat. But yeah, you need to add a first coat, of course, and all of the all of the landing gear pieces are finished. We have our first landing gear done, and we have fixed the tail wheel, and we have also fixed the arrestor hook, glued that. But the canopy is pretty nice. I'll just pop it on for you so you can see what she looks like with the canopy on. Beautiful. There you go.